How are you guys? Welcome back to Wargaming China, and today just going to have a quick epilogue of how my game went. Now, as you know, it's the Battle of Longhutai, a battalion of Luo Fangui's 529th Infantry Regiment, holding a small bit of high ground about a kilometre in front of the main Chinese positions. Now, I set this game for it's on a half a table tennis table, but this game I set up so it could be, I'm displaying it so it can be played on a dining room table. What happened during the game? Well, I decided to have the Japanese coming on with low observation, a restricted observation to 18 inches and only and 24 inches for artillery observers. Then I made the Japanese roll for every truck 2 D10s, a 1 and the truck or the vehicle has hit a mine, and a 2 and it's bogged, and then a D6 to deduct from its movement, its cross-country movement. So this really did break up the Japanese attack, and by putting anti-tank ditches on the Chinese left, it ensured the Japanese would take the historical route, which was to the right of the high ground, because the Japanese main goal was to retake the railway line and repair a bridge so that they could bring up trains carrying armoured vehicles. So the advance of the garrison army and elements of the Japanese 11th Mixed Infantry Brigade were successful in breaking through the Chinese line, and once that was achieved on the 8th turn, and I set the game for 8 turns, so game over, Japanese victory. Now the Chinese did manage to knock out 1 tank, 1 combat car, and to do this they used the 20mm infantry gun, and an infantry company decided to, rolled effectively to, I gave a heroic chance roll, but I did it for a whole company, and the company got the roll, and the company advanced on the armed vehicle and knocked it out in melee. Now, the Japanese were able to set up their 75mm gun, and they also got a 70mm gun set up, and this was enough bombardment along with off-table artillery to crush Chinese defense. Chinese small arms fire wasn't very accurate throughout the game, but eventually when the Japanese artillery got the range, it made short work of the infantry gun and the machine gun. So the game went for 8 turns. It ended with historical outcome, the 11th Mixed Brigade bypassing and carrying along the railway track. Now, elements of this battalion of 529th will get back to the main regiment, but not many. And in the future, I want to revisit the Nankou campaign and do a few more of the scenarios, especially the fighting around the town of Nankou, because Luo Fangui is going to be in there in a period of few shows actually, because he's quite a legend. Okay, that was As I said, we start for a dining room table game. 8 turns of rapid fire. As I said, I do modifications for the heroic actions, but I'm still tweaking with those rules. I had the Samita did eventually come up with a company of engineers who dismounted and set about cutting through the wire. But they didn't need to, because the combat car, being a tracked armored vehicle, goes straight through barbed wire, and the infantry were just going to follow it. The infantry trucks are just going to go through the opening holes. Okay, what else was I going to think about for this game to tell you about? Okay, well, my current campaign, where I'm going up the advance on Wuhan, the battle for Wuhan, and I'm doing that on by way of the drive of the Yangtze River. I'm going to get back to that campaign shortly, but I've got to get my head around about how to do a certain scenario, the next scenario on that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that quick battle report. Smash like, hit subscribe. Cheers, thanks.